Hi everybody, welcome to today's video. Today I thought we would do a little contouring and highlighting. I am going to be using, I've already got primer and foundation. That's it. Primer and foundation, and I'm using Professional by Benefit is my primer, and the YSL Fusion Ink is the foundation I'm using. I am going to use this MAC. I had a pair of glasses. There they are. This is MAC, and I will find out what the name of it is and link it below because I can't read it. Anyways, that's what we're going to use for contouring. I have a moist beauty blender. I'm going to be using my Maybelline Age Rewind, Instant Age Rewind in the color Neutral 150 as my concealer highlighter. I'm also going to use a cream blush. So I'm going to put that on too and blend that in before we powder. So we're going to start off with contour. And for contouring, you just basically have to go with the shape of your face, what you want to bring out and what you want to conceal. So for me, I put it right here, you know, hollow out the cheeks a little bit. I put it under my bottom lip because I have like no lips. I have tiny little lips, so I want to make it look bigger. I will put it on my temple, across my forehead, a little bit down here, but usually I don't do much down here. I just let that, I usually do that with powder. And then down the sides of my nose. And now I will also go in with powder contouring also. I think that's everywhere I put it. Sometimes I'll put it on my eyes, but we're not doing eyes. So that's it. Then I take my finger. So basically these are all the places that I want to go back. So I want them to recede, be a shadowy part. So if you have big forehead, then you want it up here. If you have a wide nose, you can put it thicker on the side of your nose and then put a nice little skinny white line down the middle. We'll do the white line in a minute because I have to mix these with my fingers, otherwise they will just overpower my highlight when I start blending the two. So I just take my finger and kind of blend it in just a little bit, just so it's not so strong. And remember, you don't have to blend it in all the way because we're going to go back and blend a lot more with the Beauty Blender. I start to get too much on my finger and I don't want, especially on the sides of my nose, to get too dark. It's easier to add more than take it off. So and I always try to bring these all the way so that they kind of attach, because you want to frame your face all the way around. Always bring this up into your eye. Otherwise, it doesn't look natural. And be careful if you have like a ball at the end of your nose. I have a ball at the end of my nose, so that you don't get a crooked line, because it'll get a little lump in there. You have to be careful to make sure it stays true to your straight line. And then I am going to, for a little buttony nose today, so I'm going to actually add a little right across here. And it always goes on way too. I should have used a brush, but I didn't. So it is what it is, right? Anyway, I seem to have one little spot on there that's heavier. Maybe I have a freckle underneath, I don't know. Anyways, there we go. See, nice straight lines up into the eyes. It's dark up here. It's got it over here, got it on my jawline. And I'm not going to blend it with the Beauty Blender yet, because I'm going to add my highlight to it. For me, the highlight, the most important part, is under my eyes and in my eyelids, because as you can see, my eyelids are very dark and veiny and ugly. And under my eyes, I have very large bags that I'm going to try and hide. I don't have too bad of purpleness in here. I have shown you how to get rid of that, but I didn't bring that palette up, so we're not going to get rid of that today. We're just going to put concealer. And for concealer, we just go in the middle of the corner of the eye right there. I'm going to get that real good, because it's real purple. And then in a little bit, and then down below the bag. You don't want to highlight that bag, because if you make it if you make it white, it just stands out more. That's what the highlighting is doing. So you want it below the bag. And it's okay if it's like too below it. If it's like a little bit, the purple still shows through, because when you blend it, it goes up anyways. So, and I like to pull it all the way out to make it nice, and then I pull it all the way down to the side of my nose. This one is running out, I think, but I have another one, but I didn't bring it up here because it looks like it has enough, right? Hopefully it has enough, because I don't want to have to stop and go get that other one. And then I put it all over my eyelid, of course, because, well, you know why. I just told you why. So yeah, all the way over the eyelid. And then all the way down, and then same thing on the other side. All over the eyelid, in the corner really well, and then below the bag, and all the way out. And then straight down to the nose. I also like to do these little, your nostrils, the outside of your nostrils. And then 2 lines right there. And you can either do the 2 lines and then your Cupid's bow, or you can do the whole thing and then do a darker thing in the middle when you do your powder. And then this goes below here. Just a little bit of highlight down here. Each side. And then the nose. See my huge crease in my nose? My nose is not straight, so I have to really pay attention to do this. So I definitely want to put highlight in that wrinkle. Yes, I should have put that little brown line across the top after I did this. But I didn't, so I will redo that brown line with powder. Okay, and then you just go in and you blend it all. All together, and so you can't see any lines of demarcation. And I don't always put the contour, the brown on. Sometimes I just do powder. In fact, a lot of times, because I'm lazy and in a hurry, so I just don't do it. But I actually think it looks a lot better when I do it this way, so that I've got a good head start on it. Make sure you really pull down those lines you put right there, because you don't want that to stay a line. My moist beauty blender isn't very moist anymore. It seems to have dried out quite a bit. I guess I took too long getting my camera ready. I try really hard not to move it at all on my nose and just pat it, because you want to make it not look like, you know, you want it to look natural, kind of. I mean, it still looks like makeup, but you want it to look perfect. I don't know what's going on with the forehead here, but I'll fix it with the powders. Okay, that's about it with the powder, and then you go in and set your powder just like you would if you had not used the contour. Well, actually, I forgot I was going to use this cream. This is a Tarte, I don't know if I can read the name, Wispy, Tipsy. It's Tipsy. It is Tarte Cheek Stain. And this is Wispy. It's kind of a peachy color. So, I don't know how you make it go up. Oh, you just push. Okay. And I am just going to put a little tiny bit right on the apples of my cheeks. I've had this for a while. And then take my finger and move it back a little bit. I just wanted to do this real quick before I powdered. All right, and then you just go in with your powder. This is Laura Mercier setting powder, translucent setting powder, I think. I don't know what it's called. It's Laura Mercier. And I use my beauty blender, and I just go ahead and try and get all the wrinkles out first. And then kind of make it as smooth as you can before you put that on. those wrinkles straightened out. And then once you set them, if you can get all the wrinkles flattened out, they won't show up much. Okay, and then I'm going to let that sit and bake for 5 minutes. Alexa, set timer for 5 minutes.
Starting now.
Let that sit for 5 minutes. And while that's setting, I'm going to put on the rest of my makeup. So I will be back in just a moment. Hi guys, I'm back. I have the rest of my makeup on now. I have actually added a little bit of powder to everything that I contoured and highlighted. Well, not the highlight. To the contour, I added bronzing powder. I used the Hoola bronzing powder. And then I added a little bit of cheek, not much, you can't really see it, but it is the Blushing Bride, the Tarte powder. And then I added highlight, which I used the Becca Champagne Pop, and I put it right here around the eyes, put it down my nose, and then I used it in the corner of my eyes. And that's it. If you like this eye look, this will be in the St. Patrick's Day video. You can watch that there if you would like to try that. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something, and I would love to hear comments about what you would like to see. And if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.